Federal government announces plans to cancel visa on arrival policy, tightens border security.
We want to be able to screen people more. This cannot be a destination for wanted criminals in the world.
And Minister of Works David Umahi flags off Benin-Auchi-Lokoja Road, seeks speedy completion to ease the plight of Nigerians. Hello and welcome to the News Desk at 6 on NTN 24, reaching you live from Abuja. I am Mina Daniels. President Bola Tinubu has renewed his administration's commitment towards supporting sectors that will enhance his goal of empowering the youth and ensure overall growth of the country. The president spoke this Saturday at the State House during a meeting with the leadership of FlutterWave, a fintech company. State House correspondent Musbao Dan Wahab reports.
President Bola Tinubu makes an unusual appearance in his office this Saturday. It is for a course with potential to enhance his administration's developmental plan for youth empowerment and economic advancements, fintech. This is what FlutterWave, an African fintech company from Nigeria, creating platform for digital and cross-border payments, says he has been doing for about a decade on the continent.
We have built a system that has made it easy for Nigerians to pay for Uber, Netflix in Naira here in Nigeria. We've got to attract global merchants to come to Nigeria and localize their payments now in Nigeria. In the last couple of years as well, sir, we launched a remittance platform, which is that how do we help Nigerians, even in diaspora, sir, to send money back home to Nigeria and help us to generate foreign currency in Nigeria today.
And are apparently convinced by the current administration's commitments toward boosting investments in the country, the company, as it seeks collaboration of the governments, expresses readiness to expand its scope and create more opportunities for Nigerians.
Why can't we create liquidity for Nigerians in Nigeria? And we think that should happen at this time. What we will build with your support, sir, we will show that indeed Nigeria can build global companies that will scale and show that Nigeria really is ready for business.
Our role here really is to drive financial and strategic positioning of Nigeria's influence by promoting the country's economic sovereignty and its economic supremacy.
As Mr. President, we would also be interested in Nigeria investing and benefiting from your deep involvement in growing the economy, digitizing the economy, helping to diversify it, and most important of all, upskilling our young people, our teeming population, which is going to actually be the workforce of the world in future.
We believe that as part of our dominance, economic dominance within the continent, we need to begin to spend money, our own money, in the country. And I would also suggest that if we're going to take a position in there, we should insist that the hosting, part of that revenue should stay in Nigeria by them having that service being hosted in Nigeria, Your Excellency.
President Bola Tinubu has from the outset been assuring of his administration's readiness in removing hindrances on the way of doing good businesses in the country. And here, he finds this company a potential right partner in his plan to open up investment opportunities for a greater economy.
Leadership that you are providing in the digital world is what Nigeria needs today to grow its economy, to identify its population, to make life easy for thousands and millions of people. And if they ride well on your platform and you create all those branches and, little yokes, you definitely make a great Nigeria possible.
The company is to work out areas of collaboration with relevant government agencies in the coming days. From the State House, Musbal Then Wahab, NTA News.
The redesigned Benin-Auchi-Lokoja Road, when completed, will help to ease traffic on the popular East-West Road, which is an important economic corridor in the country. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, stated this during the flag-off of the Benin-Ekpoma-Auchi-Lokoja Road in Ekpoma, Edo State. Jude Abugu has the details.
The official flag-off of the redesigned Benin-Auchi-Lokoja Road, the many years of anguish of motorists plying this federal highway from the south and northern parts of the country, is about to become a thing of the past. The minister assures motorists that the road, when completed, will have a lifespan of over 50 years.
The second section is Bua, and that is 20 kilometers by 2. Only the Bua section is, dualized, because there's no way we would have done one carriageway. The other one would be a flood, of its own. So that's why we're taking that. And then the third one is CC, which is 54 kilometers. But the good story here is that we have decided to expand the road. We are now making each carriageway to be 3 lanes instead of 2.
The Edo State Governor, Monday Okpolo, and his Kogi State's counterparts, represented by his deputy, expressed gratitude to the president.
I want to say thank you to Mr. President. I want to say thank you to our father. I want to say thank you to the man who remembered our people. The man who wiped our tears for years back. If you want to visit Edo State, you have to go into fasting and prayers. And if somebody wants to visit Kogi State, in the same way.
The project is expected to be completed within 24 months. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
Well, a smarter, tighter and more secure immigration system, that's the goal. And to make it happen, 100 immigration officers have just completed special training in Abuja. At the heart of this reform is a powerful tool, Advanced Passenger Information System. Victor Azo reports on how this marks the end of Nigeria's visa on arrival policy.
Advanced Passenger Information, API, is already in place at Nigeria's international airports, screening travelers in real time. But some have found a way around it, flying into neighboring countries and slipping in through land borders. That's about to change.
We want to be able to screen people more. This cannot be a destination for wanted criminals in the world. Nigeria is not a safe haven for any criminal. And of course, that will lead to the cancellation of the visa on arrival process. Because the visa on arrival, we understand it's not a system that works.
With security concerns rising, the federal government is moving away from manual checks to a fully automated visa process linked to Interpol and criminal records databases. For the Comptroller General of Immigration, this training is about fixing gaps seen since launching its Command and Control Center.
The theme of this capacity building program, API, PNR, data analytics, and key procedures, was carefully selected based on the operational gaps we experienced at the Command and Control Center.
API, again, is not just a tool for border management. It is a frontline defense mechanism for national security, allowing competent authorities to analyze passenger data in real time, detect potential threats, and facilitate legitimate travels.
With officers now trained and reforms kicking in, the days of unchecked entries and security blind spots are numbered. Nigeria is watching every entry, every exit in real time. In Abuja, Victor Azu, NTA News.
An attempt by a 24-year-old Thai lady to smuggle 43 parcels of Canadian loud and other illegal substances into the country through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, has been thwarted by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim has details of this and other anti-narcotic activities during the week.
Suspect who confessed to being a hired drug trafficker was arrested at the Lagos airport on Thursday, 20th February 2025 on arrival into the country from Thailand. She said the cartel, which recruited her, promised to pay her $3,000 upon successful delivery. Another bid by a different drug trafficking syndicate to ship 68 parcels of Ghanaian loud with a total weight of 42.2 kilograms concealed in crafted cartons to London through the export shed of the Lagos airport was also frustrated by NDLEA officers on Friday, 21st February. Mastermind of the shipment has since been arrested. In Nasarawa State, NDLEA operatives on Saturday, 22nd February, arrested 2 suspects with 517 kilograms of skunk. With the same vigor, commands and formations of the agency across the country continue their war against drug abuse, water sensitization activities to schools, worship centers, workplaces, and communities, among others, in the past week. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
The 2025 elective National Convention of Action Alliance has extended the party's national chairman, Kenneth Udeze, and other national officers of the party's tenure in office for the next 2 years, as delegates to the National Convention held in Abuja amended the party's constitution to that effect. Timothy Yusuf reports.
Amendment to Article 33A of the party's constitution in the presence of all organs of Action Alliance as monitored by officials from the Independent National Electoral Commission made it possible for extension of tenure of the Kenneth Udeze-led National Working Committee of the party. The action, they explained, was aimed at making up for the time spent by the party battling internal crisis and legal challenges.
I know where we are coming from, and I know where we are up today at the moment, and I know where we are going to. And that is to make a tick note in the polity. The party must be restored back to the intent of our founding fathers in the philosophy of no turning back and no going back.
The delegates at the party's 5th National Convention also approved the expulsion of former ESCO member of the party, Rufai Omoaje, and 22 others over some of their actions the delegates considered as anti-party. The leadership of the party has witnessed disruptions as a result of court cases filed against the party and its leadership led by Kenneth Udeze, but however called on members to eschew all forms of bitterness and work towards rebuilding the party. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Ahead of the 2027 general elections, a coalition of patriotic youth leaders and the civil society organization is asking Nigerian youths to consider taking elective positions in order to drive youth agenda at all levels of governance in the country. The coalition made a call in Abuja at a media briefing on the need for young people considered to have numerical strength to take advantage of their numbers to make statements in the political equation come 2027. Spokesman of the coalition, Comrade Ricky Wajo, who is also the National Secretary of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, says the coalition is closing in on individuals across the country with credible credentials to encourage them venture into politics, irrespective of their religion, region, or political affiliation, using Imo State as a driving force.
We hereby make a clear call on Chief Goodluck Waneri to consider and step into the political arena in Imo State as an anointed mandate and ambassador of the youth and representative of the civil society community. I have come to the undeniable conclusion that we need young, patriotic, selfless, and visionary leaders to take over the political affairs in our various states. It is time for the good and patriotic citizens to actively participate in politics and vie for political offices.
The coalition, however, appeals to the National Assembly to expedite legislation on the constitutional amendments and the Electoral Act with a view to addressing the grey areas spotlighted at the last general elections and the off-season's elections. Time now to take some messages. We'll be right back with more. Thanks for joining us again. In a commendable display of community spirit, members of the Bureau de Change Abuja chapter has embarked on a mission to promote sanitation as a civic responsibility. This effort, they believe, underscores the critical role that collective action plays in enhancing public health and environmental sustainability. By engaging in activities such as cleaning public spaces and advocating for improved waste management practices. Correspondent Thomas Obetere, who witnessed the exercise, reports.
These individuals are setting an exemplary standard for community involvement. Their campaign highlights the importance of sanitation beyond just personal hygiene, emphasizing its impact on reducing disease transmission and promoting dignity among residents and businesses. The initiative also aligns with broader national goals aimed at achieving sustainable development targets related to water and sanitation.
Always, if you watch TV, you can see Minister is running around. He's running around the state and doing work. He's working harder. So all of us cannot sit here to just look at a minister doing work. So we have to work ourselves. We have to clean our area.
So we don't want any places to be very dirty. And that's why we are trying to clean everywhere.
Sanitation is very vital for human life and their health.
We need the Zone 4 area of Zone 4 to be very clean, to sanitize everywhere. That is what we want for now.
Through their work, Bureau de Change members are not only contributing to cleaner environments, but also fostering awareness about the interconnectedness of sanitation with economic development and social equity. Their dedication serves as a powerful reminder that civic responsibility can drive meaningful change when individuals come together to address pressing societal challenges like inadequate sanitation infrastructure. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
The Neighborhood Enlightenment and Security Agency, NESEL, has appealed to the federal government and the National Assembly to recognize and inaugurate it as a counter-terrorism group. This move aims to tackle various forms of security challenges bedeviling the country. Vivian DFA reports that the appeal was during the ranking ceremony of senior officers from the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory.
Neighborhood Enlightenment and Safety Organization, NESEL, a non-governmental organization, has been voluntarily assisting security agencies in apprehending criminals across the country. The leadership of the organization under its commandant, Sani Aliu, has made significant strides in providing security to communities and neighborhoods, earning both national and international recognition.
Nigeria being number 8 today in the world of most impacted nation, we need to see the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in his own wisdom and the National Assembly, as a matter of necessity, bring up NESO bill so that NESO will be mandated constitutionally to procure counter-terrorism and insurgency in the country officially.
As a volunteer group, we are taxing ourselves to do all this. Only few individuals are giving us support.
NESO has been a grassroots organization in terms of security, and they've been providing information, intelligence information, to all security agencies in Nigeria.
As ranking members of the group were decorated for their outstanding performance, they expressed their belief that the elevation will motivate them to do more.
See this day, and I'm very glad, and I appreciate God for everything, and even for the gift of life all the day we started this journey.
head of service in Nigeria. NESO is also urging the public to support its effort by contributing to the construction of NESO headquarters in the Chika area of Abuja. Many believe that as a voluntary group operating at the grassroots level, NESO relies on donations to continue rendering their vital